sure they are prepared for this moment. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. So Penn State's kicker headed to the football to start this 2026 season. And he takes this from inside the 5. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll start on the ground with Frazier. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. They start the season in the top 5, prime position to make a run. But what's the biggest danger there, Jesse?
Well, they need to avoid complacency. Top 5 tells me you've got potential. You were a good team a year ago. You got a lot of talent. But there's going to be a lot of really tough games on the schedule this year, David. So why not start early right here in week 1 and come shooting out of the cannon?
Shooting out of the cannon with a start that everybody gets to look at, see how good you are. And that first impression is really big, right? Like, you can start climbing quickly and really get a high marks in people's heads if you can start the season on a great note.
Well, they hit that deep crossing pattern, and a nice job by the quarterback there, keeping his eyes down the middle of the field. He's not telegraphing where he's going to throw it. He knows he's got to give his guy a chance to work through the traffic, get all the way across the field, but you can't let the defense know where you're going with. It's a really good timing between those two on that play.
Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. They'll go with a quick touch pass. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
We talked about it earlier. Now this home crowd making life difficult. Handoff for Frazier. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, it feels like each and every year when you talk Georgia, their ability running the football, they are about as deep at that position in running back as anybody in college football. You look to last year, David, it felt like every game there was 5 or 6 guys. It was Nate Frazier and 4 other dudes all getting it done. They recruit so well at that position. They bring in fresh bodies. They wear defenses down. We expect that to be the same thing this year.
They do, but I tell you what, man, the highlighter to me, the top guy is Nate Frazier. And them keeping him this offseason, there was a lot of people that were trying to make him a very rich man. And I'm not saying he's not a rich man in Georgia, but, like, he is the superstar. He's got great feet. You saw him take next steps after his freshman year. And this guy really has dynamic quickness. He explodes through the hole, home run speed, doesn't mess around, has really proven to be a great back.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide-out level noise. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Working a little foot magic on the sidelines, and it'll be enough for the first down.
Well, there's the trust this quarterback has in his guy, right? He knows he's going to give him an opportunity in critical down and distances. Third down, find your best matchup because you know he can make the catch, he can get his feet in bounds, and keep the drive moving.
The Bulldogs go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Trying to run, it's Frazier. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Stockton. Firing to the right, complete. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive...
And he's in, pounded his way in for the score. Touchdown, Georgia!
And that's why this offense is so hard to stop, guys. This quarterback can hurt you throwing it and running it. With his speed, he can make people look silly. And you saw it right there on the opening drive of the game. What a beautiful touchdown run.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. First carry of the season. Not much doing there. He gets... the 26, a gain of 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
The Nittany Lions come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Got his man.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Looking to fire. He's got his man. Makes the grab. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. The Nittany Lions have their offense in high gear. The run inside. It's Martin. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Let's take a peek at the numbers so far. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. The give to the back. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down. The throw. Zings it complete to the right. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
Hey, he's spreading the ball all over the yard, man. A lot of times when you go to one guy, man, I can kind of shut them down, or I can run coverages to stop wide receivers. Now getting the tight end involved, using the whole field, really in a flow, in a rhythm, the passing game looking good.
To throw, it's Beck. Under fire. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He might want another play. The run up the middle, looking for the score. Looking for the end zone. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Third and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Extra point here will tie the game.
What a fantastic route that time. If you're going to be able to throw the ball down in this area of the field where the windows close so quickly, you have got to be precise with the route running, and that's what happened right there. That's an easy connection between the QB and his target for the score.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They had to stand by and watch that scoring march, and now it's up to them to find a way to answer it. Off the play fake on first down. Unloads it downfield. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. That throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Finds his man. It's Sowell. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
On the move, it's Hansen. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
The throw to the outside is complete. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
And, man, I love his courage to run the football. And I think it's necessary for the team. Sometimes you got to do that. But, man, see the surroundings, right? Like, know when guys are around you. He gets hit late at the end of that play, and he got decked. You do not want to take those shots throughout a game. They will add up, and sometimes it will affect your throwing. That's too big of a hit to be taken for this quarterback.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State! They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. For some guys, that play would be tough. It might be complicated. It might be impossible. For these guys, just another day of playing catch.
Find that guy, right? If something goes wrong, if I get confused, if I don't know where to go, my guy out there, that dude's really, really good. So if he's running a fade, whatever he's running, I'm going to throw him the football. If I don't have a clue what I'm doing, that guy's getting it.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Sends it back in motion. Back to pass. It's Stockton. Dumps it off in the flats. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Barely picked up a yard with that last completion. It's 2nd and 9. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Looking to throw on 1st down. Rushes on him. Breaks into the open. Gets down, and like they say, touchdown, 1st down, or get down, and he got 2 of those on that one.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt.
Touchdown, Penn State! Makes the grab right along the back of the end zone. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. He'll bring it out. It's Phillips. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
And the Bulldogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. To the air. It's Stockton. Right down the middle. It's caught downfield. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Got to get to the line quickly for this 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Moving away from pressure. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down. The Bulldogs will use their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. action on first down. He'll throw it. Makes the grab. It's Frazier. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Quarterback now breaking the field. Myers on the move. Complete to the right. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Timeout on the field, and that's the second call by Georgia. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Still third down, but a little less manageable after that penalty. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. But guys, they're not sending the punt team out there. They're going to go for it. This is a huge risk, and man, if it backfires, they're in trouble. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, week one, the start of a brand new season, and it's our pleasure to welcome you into the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin our whip around with Florida, taking on the #1 team, the Ohio State Buckeyes. And it's the Gators looking to bounce back from the Game 1 loss. They lead here in the first half. Let's now take a look at some top 25 games around the nation on another wild day of college football.
The Nittany Lions will get things going as their offense heads out to the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with that.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
And the Nittany Lions can really attack on this second and short. They'll go right back to him. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And after that last completion, left them with just a yard or so to go for a first down. How will they attack on second and short? From the shotgun, the inside give. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on third and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play.
Man, and this is why you practice 5 points of pressure with the football. You cannot put the ball on the ground. Doesn't matter how many defenders are around you or how hard you get hit. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win games.
The toss to the right. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Might be changing the route. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Makes the grab. Nice job to pick up the 1st down, and they'll spot it at the 42.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the 2nd half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
And he can't hold on to the ball at the end of this big game. Defense has it. They're on the move.
Great job by the defense. The back end that time, he made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Knocked out of bounds and sticking with that running game as they get deeper in the red zone. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Might as well stick with him. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. The Nittany Lions line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Looking for a man. It's Beck. Finds his big tight end. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, and they've got it 1st and goal. You don't want to have to settle for the field goal down here. When you have a red zone weapon like this dude, use him.
Yeah, and when you get in this area and you've got that big target and that big fella that you can find and you know he's going to win, those critical 3rd down situations, you're going to find him more.
Makes a grab. They will score. Touchdown, Nittany Lions.
And with this long drive, man, they're just showing you what they've been showing you throughout this football game. They can get it done. They can score points. And now, getting later in the football game, getting up by 3 possessions, the pressure is really on.
Coming out with it, it's Phillips. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Frazier. There he goes. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
And that's a nice job by the offense. Man, I love when offenses can go 5 wide, spread the formation, find the matchup they want. This time, it's the running back turn wide receiver. They get him the football, and he does the rest and gets upfield. But nice job spreading the formation and really making the defense make a decision.
Got him.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Just a small return, but a big play as they have it now at the 45.
Like that.
Well, he started
Good
rolling
stick.
to his right, and because of that, it allowed
Thank
the
you,
defender
Rico.
some time to close the distance between himself and the intended target, and his speed got him to the point, and he was able to come away with the pick.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Wallace. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. The junior running back slow to get up. We hope this is just momentary. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on everything for us. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Dropping back, it's Beck. On target. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Lord.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. How about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. One more period to go, and we'll see just how much fight they've got left in them. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. The offense changing the play. Looking downfield on first down. He's got him. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
After the 4-yard completion on first down, now it's 2nd and 6. And they get him down.
Yeah, and you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. And a lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now forcing a 3rd down.
3rd and 6 yards to go. Back to throw, it's Beck. Quarterback slides, and that is a punch to the gut to any defense to let a quarterback get out and move the sticks there. The Nittany Lions will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Penn State!
And the second half looking a lot like the first half, and this lead continues to build. How about the rhythm of this offense? They are showing you a little bit of everything. What they worked on in the offseason has been right on point, and game 1 going exactly how they scripted.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. They made sure that good field position paid off, going 45 yards. And he found his way to the end zone from the 7 to cap it. Fielded in the end zone. It's Phillips. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Bulldog offense out to start the drive. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
That's just a tremendous individual effort by the defender. He's able to defeat his block and get to the ball and get the ball down on the ground. Very, very nice job.
And the Dogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Oh, they're after him. Whips it out on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass, as it just never developed.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defensively, trying to confuse this quarterback, and again, on that last deep shot, it falls incomplete.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Dogs want to move quickly.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Got 8 on 1st down, now looking at a 2nd and 2.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. That false start will just increase the degree of difficulty. It's 2nd and 7. To the air, it's Stockton. Quickly complete. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Here's a give to Frazier. Finding some room. He's at the touchdown Bulldogs. Into the end zone with a breakaway score.
With that last touchdown now, they're trying to create some momentum. They're trying to avoid starting the season 0-1. They know they've got a lot of work to do here in the second half, but you should be feeling pretty good about that last score. Now you've got to keep that up.
The deficit is huge. This one is all but over, but they'll keep trying and line up for the onside kick. Few anxious moments there, but the Hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball.
And listen, you start to get desperate, right? Late in the game, it's in the 4th quarter. You know, I got to steal a possession somehow, some way, and you got to pull the trigger and kick an onside, something you feel good with. They tried. Unfortunately, they failed, and this game is going to get difficult now even more down the stretch.
Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game, take the W into the locker room.
Scanning the field, it's Beck. Here's the pressure. Blasted as he lets it go. Oh, what a play. It's intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. Tag. Touchdown, Bulldogs. And they turn it into a defensive score.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
And they tacked on the extra point. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. And a few few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today, too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Not a whole lot of progress made there on the short run. The Bulldogs take their third and final timeout. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42. Running inside, it's Wallace. Didn't want to get cute on that RPO, kept it on the ground, and they'll pick up the first down, and they're going to secure the win. The Nittany Lions come to the line with a fresh set of downs. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook, the old kneel down from victory formation. Both of these teams are high-caliber squads, but it sort of felt as if these guys had something to prove today, and man, did they go out and do it.
Man, they proved it, and they proved they were better. They thought they were better coming in. We were talking to them. They had a lot of confidence. They said, we're not ranked as high as we should be, and now they just showed the whole world. This squad is for real. We're going to be discussing them in the playoffs in the future, and they made a statement today, Palmer.
Yeah, that's the thing, Dave.